Well, we're back in here now. We got some heat, which is awesome. It's about -10, -12 outside, which isn't too bad. Oh, this is the IPD. So I don't want to touch that. It looks like you got a bunch of acoustical sealant everywhere, and you touch that, you're never getting it off unless you start rubbing your hands with gasoline, and your clothes are ruined. Over here, this white one, if you can have a peek, that's actually our radon pipe. So if we ever want to do radon extraction from down here, that's what we use. Same thing. So we'll have another wall here. That's going to be, it's going to be a plumbing wall, but it's to shift the whole thing out. Bifolds are a nightmare for being a landlord. They break, they fall off. So these are going to be actual doors with hinges. Under the front and the rear entrances, we have this spray foam. It's quite thick, and basically that there is just to provide a non-vented space. Coming over to the kitchen, 2x4 walls on the exterior. The reason we did the 2x4 walls on the basements here is because we don't really need that R value. It's nice in some cases, but we elected for the extra space down here. Just by nature of these units being so compact, we have to get a counter depth fridge 3 days ahead of schedule on the HVAC, which is great. So we've got, the way that it works is you do your plumbing first, and then that's because they need to have that slope, they need that direction. HVAC is second most important as far as that goes. They need to find out where their spaces are. Electricians can move wires kind of wherever, so it doesn't really matter. So we originally had this as doing a stub wall, but upon review of it, we decided, hey, let's put it through rail. It is going to be a better look. There's two ways you can go about it. One is a firebox, which is essentially a dense glass box built around it, and then you fire cock the hole where the electrical line comes in. Or you can do, it's almost like a clay that wraps around, it's a putty pack, but it's like a clay mat that wraps around the back of it. And essentially what happens is if that gets lit on fire or experiences a certain amount of heat, it swells up and seals. Coming into the bedroom, I'll tell you, the 9-foot ceilings, I wouldn't change that for the world. This makes a huge difference. And then I want you to pay attention to that orange strap. So the orange strap there is for the roofers. So essentially what that does is it gives them a post to tie off to when they're putting up shingles. Nobody wants anybody falling off their building. Ply Gem's awesome for that. I've really appreciated working with Ply Gem in the past because of that. Now if you come over here, the way that they put this on, you can see there's a little gap. Okay, well, the painters, when they come in to paint everything, they love having these on here. Then they just cover that up. They just put a piece of tape right in here, and it covers up the whole thing, so they can just spray everything. And I don't have to worry about covering my windows. Up on the wall here, towel bar backing. So towel bar backing here basically just ensures that we're not going to have these towel bars rip out of the walls because they get anchored directly into the lumber. Down here, this is for your tissue paper holder. So tissue paper holder, those things rip off the walls too if you don't have proper support. It takes nothing for them to put it in right now, and so that's just a spec that our framers, it's part of their scope of work. I think that's pretty standard across the board right now if you go to any builder or framer. Very simple to put it in right now.